Hey guys, it's Joe Tomaso, and thanks for listening to this segment of 15 Minutes With. While I speak with a lot of high-profile inmates on this show, my hopes are that some of the listeners, especially the younger ones or the ones that are heading down that path of committing criminal acts or the wrong path in general, take something from this show that will stop them from winding up on the wrong side of prison walls. This is my third interview with Stephen Hayes. Stephen is one of two individuals that were involved in the notorious Cheshire Home Invasion case, which happened here in my home state of Connecticut. When all was said and done, 3 members of a loving family would be brutally murdered, and the town of Cheshire would be asking themselves why. If you get something out of this show, I ask that you click the subscribe button. Also click the like and the notification buttons if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening on one of the other platforms, please click the like and subscribe buttons there as well. You can also help me keep this show going by making a donation by going to paypal.me/Joe Tomaso. That's paypal.me/JoeTomaso. And now, without further ado, here is this episode of 15 Minutes With.
Pennsylvania State Correctional Institution, Greene. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. To accept charges, press 1. To refuse charges, press 2. If you have any concern that the person you are speaking with is in mental health crisis or suicidal, please call the State Correctional Institution immediately. Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hello. Again, this is Stephen Hayes calling from SCI Greene in Waynesburg, Pennsylvania. And I'm here talking to Joe Tomaso.
Okay, so my questions to you, Steve, that we had, who was basically calling the shots that day? I've read various accounts as to who did what, who said what. So whose idea was everything and who was actually controlling everything that day?
Well, the idea started when we were in the halfway house. Josh posed it to me when we were in the room, and at that point I thought it was just crazy. You know, it was just something that we were talking about the way, people talk about all types of dumb stuff. It wasn't until when I got out and things were starting to go wrong. I couldn't gain any ground financially.
Mm-hmm.
The person that I was with was getting ready to be released from a program.
Mm.
And I'm working 3 jobs, but I just couldn't make ends meet. I couldn't get a vehicle, so I was getting really frustrated with money. I couldn't get a car loan. I mean, it was just, there were all types of programs to help out pregnant females, but there was nothing really set up to help out a male. In fact, that's what the social service worker said after he cut my food stamps off after the first week. I said once I got employment, they cut them off. So then Josh was also having problems at that time, money problems, and that's when he mentioned it again.
So you're saying that Josh was actually looking into this while you guys were still in the halfway house?
Yeah, that was where the idea first came up.
Okay, got
I
you.
shot it down then. I actually shot it down the second time, saying, no, that's crazy. But then as things started to progress, and I started, becoming financially strapped, I started getting high. And that's when it was like, you know what? I'm getting ready to get kicked out of the house. Let's do this.
Okay.
And the first night was a Saturday. We went into 3 houses. I pulled them out of all 3 because I just was afraid of doing it. And then on Sunday...
This is a call from Pennsylvania State Correctional Institution, Greene. This call is subject to recording and monitoring.
Then on Sunday when we were talking, I was going to be evicted the next day. I was afraid that I was going to lose everything. I was on parole. And in hindsight, that was a bad idea. The parole officer would have put me right into a program, and but I didn't see it that way. I saw that my time was running out.
Right.
I called him on the phone. He was sitting in Stop and Shop parking lot waiting for somebody to show up and pay him for a roofing job. And he tells me, I got the perfect house. It's a husband, it's a wife, it's 2 kids, it's easily managed, because that's what my excuse was the night before. And that's how things were picked. Now, he doesn't say that in his statement. He says that he followed the person home. He was like, what a nice car, nice house. And that's all BS. He lied about everything.
Right. If you were able to ask Josh 3 questions, what would they be?
Why didn't you tell me the truth? You know, why didn't you tell me what you really had planned that night? I don't even have 3. That's the only question I would ask.
And you're talking as far as that was with the girl, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. If you were able to make a direct statement to him regarding everything that happened.
State Correctional Institution, Greene. This call is subject to recording and monitoring.
If you were able to make a direct statement to him, like face-to-face statement to him about everything that happened and where you guys are now, do you know what that would be?
That's a tough one. I mean, my life is ruined over all this. Everybody's life is ruined. The statement that I would pick now is, well, I made it last week.
Mm-hmm.
Let these people be. Just do your time. You know, it's not fair to anybody. It's not fair to Connecticut. It's not fair to the public. It's definitely not fair to the family.
Right. I know you were in it for the money and, for drugs, etc. And I was going to ask you what Josh's motivation was, but I'm sure that you're going to say the same thing. It was the girl at this point.
Said it was money. That's what he said at first. He wanted the money too.
Would you say he's a predator?
I didn't see that at first.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't know enough to actually say that.
Mm-hmm.
What came out at trial, and like I said, that he used to stalk the girls in the neighborhood. I mean, I don't know if that's true. Like I said, there was so much that I wasn't paying attention to at the time. That's kind of a tough word because the life that he did live, if what they said was true about how he grew up with his family and all that, he was a victim as well, I guess.
What would you say to an individual if you found out that they were planning to do a home invasion?
Oh, do not do it. Nothing works out the way you think they're going to.
Okay.
It's not the way you do it.
What would you say towards somebody who was heading toward a life of crime, meaning somebody who was gonna, start doing thing after thing after thing to burglaries or anything? Is the same thing, or?
Oh, that's easy. Look at me. Look at my record. Look at what I was involved in.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what happened. I never, ever would have thought that I would be convicted of what I'm convicted of and in prison. I mean, I kind of thought that I would do the rest of my life in prison, but not for this.
You talking about like a life in the installment plan kind of deal?
Yeah, and that's what I was on. I kept screwing up, but it all does come back to getting the proper help for your issues, for addiction, for my gender dysphoria. Like I said, I was diagnosed at 16, and never even knew it until 2018 when I was going through my juvenile records. It was in my juvenile records. It's like the diagnosis is right here. I knew something was wrong or something was different. I just didn't know what it was. And
so I'm trying to think of other things that I can ask you, and everything circles around, what happened. I think you're filling me in on the timeline that he had picked this out, and now it's even, the house itself wasn't picked out until beforehand, but you guys were actually talking about this stuff when you were at the halfway house in Hartford. So how long was that before the actual home invasion, when you guys were still in the halfway house? Was that a while, or was that pretty close, or?
We were in the halfway house in 2006.
So it was a year before.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was thinking about doing something a year before. You guys just didn't get the traction to do it before then.
No, it was just talk, and I was like, that's just crazy. That would never work.
This is going to be, I read all accounts. I've actually seen pictures too. When you guys first walked in there, my understanding is Dr. Pettit was, I guess, asleep. What made him actually swing that bat right off the bat on him?
I don't know. He was supposed to open the door,
Mm-hmm.
and right there where the door was, and I kept waving him to, like open the door, open the door, open the door,
Mm-hmm.
and then he just started swinging. I'm like, I should have just ran. I was like kind of messed up at first, but then like I said I did go in, and I couldn't tie him up. I was just like I couldn't do that. I was just like really messed up.
So your plans weren't really to do a home invasion. You were just going to go in there, rob the house, and take off.
Well, no, it was a home invasion, but everybody was just supposed to be put on the couch, and so they can everybody see each other that everything was okay, and that way there would be no problems with the bank. I mean, it was a stupid idea, right from the beginning, but we thought we could make, or I thought it would work.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knew everybody was safe, and there would be no problems.
The other thing I was going to ask you, because I actually read this in the transcripts and stuff too, when the fire got lit, why did you close the doors? Was it because you were trying to maybe stop the fire from getting to them, or was it to hold them in the room? What was it?
Close what doors?
I read in the transcripts that after the fire was lit, the doors to the rooms that the family members were in, you guys closed them.
I thought they were open.
No, it literally says they were closed.
No, I never went upstairs.
Okay. So everybody was upstairs. You were downstairs?
Well, the mom was downstairs.
Okay.
Others were upstairs. I never went upstairs, so I don't know.
Okay.
I was under the impression that the doors were open.
I actually read that the doors were closed after they said that the fire was started and the doors were closed after the fires were started. So I didn't know if somebody was trying to actually keep the people alive, and hope that somebody would have, the fire wouldn't have penetrated kind of thing, and, maybe hold them in there.
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that because I never went upstairs. So, I mean, I remember something coming up about the doors. I just I thought it was that they were open. But now you mentioned something about closing. But...
Right, yeah, it says the doors were actually closed. So, and Josh started the fires upstairs. Did you start the fire downstairs or no?
Oh, no, it was started downstairs.
Okay, so the fire was started downstairs by you or him?
Him.
Okay, he did start the fires. Okay. At some point, they claimed that you had said you had killed 17 people, yada, yada, yada. I mean, is that legit, or is that legit?
No, I was very suicidal, and I knew Northern was reading my mail, and I had this crazy female writing me, and so I knew if I wrote this, my hope was that they would come up, ask me where, to find the people or find the bodies, whatever. And I would say, like they do on TV, well, I want this, I want that, and I was trying to get something that would kill me.
Right. I read about the oyster. Yes, I'm wondering if that's how you got lobbed into that serial killer thing.
That's why. No, well, that's why she contacted me, because she was looking at the Route 8 murders.
Right.
And because she's from Warrington.
No third-party calls are allowed.
That's what they were thinking. And the police never even investigated. Nobody investigated it. In fact, it never even would have got out if it wasn't for corrections leaking the documents.
Gotcha.
They leaked it to a prosecutor for Josh's
lawyer.
And even
no third-party calls are allowed.
I read books and I saw movies, and it's like, okay, let me try. Like I said, I was desperate to die at that point. They were just not letting me go. I was actually actively trying to get. I mean, I fought my defense team to get the death penalty. I didn't ever cooperate with them. I mean, they were trying to get me life. I was trying to get the death penalty, and then once I got it, I made 4 attempts to waive my direct appeal. And the 4th time, they were going to let me do it. That's how they brought Columbia University in to change the conditions on death row.
Gotcha.
Because, but yeah, no, I was In fact,
So it had nothing to do with the death penalty. It was all on your being suicidal.
Yeah, I mean, up until I got here, I was going to die when I came out to population. I had a plan to be gone in 6 months, and that's when I met Miss Scott. And, you know, she recognized that I was transgender. It's like, how do you even...
That's what I got to ask you, too, with your transgender. Are you getting... I don't know why I want to use the word treatment, but I know that you had brought up the severe gender...
You have 1 minute left.
Damn, we're not going to get this. The severe gender issue. I mean, are they treating you for that, or are you getting any kind of help up there?
Yeah.
You are? Okay.
Well, there's hormone therapy, that's it. There's other things that I'm looking to get.
So you're getting hormone replacement right now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I've been on that for a year.
Okay.
Year and a half.
We're going to get cut off, just so you know.
There's a lot of problems with the presentation as a female. I mean, a lot of people accept it. But this facility here, you have a lot of racist and bigot staff, and you know they're not happy with it. So
Right.
there's 2 of us here that are feminine.
Right.
You have 8
No third-party calls are allowed.
that are labeled as transgender. But
Thank you for using Securus. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to 15 Minutes With. I hope you've enjoyed this edition. If you have enjoyed this edition of 15 Minutes With, please hit the like and the subscribe button. You can also help me keep this show going and watch it get better by donating to paypal.me/Joe Tomaso. That address again is paypal.me/JoeTomaso. 15 Minutes With is constantly looking for new content to upload and new people to interview. If you would like to share your story, or if there's someone you would like to see us interview, please email us at insidetherazorwire@gmail.com. That email address again is insidetherazorwire@gmail.com. Last but not least, again, if you like to support this channel, please subscribe and hit the like button. Until next time, we'll be seeing you